Hello, I'm Matthew Paul, and I too went on the San Diego mission trip. On this trip, I was in a different mission group from Sarah. I had the pleasure of working with Kagan, Rolf, and Ashley, along with the man himself, Glenn Clark. My mission group's early morning assignment was to help take care of mentally and physically disabled seniors at a nursing home. Some of these men and women had terrible disabilities, such as being a paraplegic or a quadriplegic. Some could not speak, some could not see, and some could not hear, but most of them had a positive attitude and were very kind. One woman I helped take care of was a quadriplegic and could not speak. I did help her drink her coffee, but despite her situation, she was always smiling and always polite. She would mouth the words "thank you" to me every time. Following that, we would head to another mission site to pick up a group that we worked alongside with. As a combined group, we went to a very large food bank. Our instructor, William, told us what we would be doing on a day-to-day basis, so almost every day in this place was different. First, what we would be doing was we made an assembly line and passed down certain items of food, and at the end of the food line, we would bag the food up and put it in a bin, as you saw on the slideshow. These bags of food were designed for one purpose: to give hungry people a small boost. They weren't made to sustain the person long term. Over these 2 days, I'm proud to say that we bagged over 500 bags, as 500 people that we helped out. The third and fourth days were different. On the third day, we stood spaced out on a conveyor belt, and boxes of donated necessities were passed down. We would sort through the boxes of donated items and get rid of all the expired, heavily damaged, and other non-usable items. This project was a little gross, because it smelled really bad and it could get sticky, but we fought through it. The last day at the food bank was a breeze. All we had to do was bag a lot of pears. These pears were going to the kids who normally in the school year receive free lunch because it may be their only meal for the day, but during the summer these children might not be fed. So these pears, along with other food from different places, were given to these less fortunate children. Now, some people may ask, why would you want to travel in a van with 9 other people halfway across the country to work for no pay? I would first say, because I love to travel, especially by car. I love seeing the way the land changes. There's nothing like seeing a thunderstorm roll across a plain off in the distance. Then I would say, and more importantly, I love carrying out God's work. I love helping people, because no matter what their situation is, they're still God's children, and recognizing that is very important. I think everyone needs to see that, and in seeing that, they might begin to do God's work as well. On the fourth night, we went on, as Sarah said, a prayer walk. And what that is, you fill a bag with necessities and walk through the streets of San Diego conversing with homeless people, asking them to accept your gift. My bag was filled with child-oriented items such as coloring books, crayons, pencils, and erasers. So my bag could not be given to just anybody. I had to find a child. So I asked around to see if there were any homeless children in the area. Everyone pointed in one direction, so that's where I headed. When I got there, I found no children, so I headed back. Along the way, I met a woman named Gina. I started to talk with her. She stood out. She told me her story. She said that she had an abusive husband who framed her for a crime and then got them both thrown in jail. Her father came and bailed her out, but left her with no job, nowhere to live, and no money. She was a kind woman because she gave a lot even when she had little. She had a cat carrier that she hauled around, and this was home to Gina's child, her cat. She kept this cat healthy and well-fed. She cared for it dearly. She told me that the cat picked her, not the other way around. Her faith was amazing. She talked about life, or when she talked about life, she spoke with words of wisdom I wish I could speak. She said no matter what my situation is, God always has and always will have a plan for me. That right there struck me. She has been placed in a bad situation and still has her faith. That astonishes me and brings me closer to God. I asked her if she knew where any children were. She pointed in the same direction as everyone else did. But when I informed her that they were not there, I asked her if she would take the bag and pass it on to a child herself. she gladly accepted the mission. Our White Rock Youth Group shed God's light on countless people on that mission week. But we couldn't have done it without the encouragement and support of you, the congregation. So on behalf of the entire mission team, I'd like to say thank you.